What's poppin' and welcome back to a brand new video. Today is Sunday morning, January 29, and we're gonna have like a typical Sunday. Most weekends, Sunday is my more productive day and Saturday is the day where I kind of goof off a little bit. Or not necessarily goof off, but I probably spend more time reading, doing other stuff than work. And then on Sundays I try to get as much work done as possible. So right now it's 8:40, I had breakfast, gotten ready, all that kind of stuff. So now we're gonna do a little bit of reading, which I try to do every morning, as well as some other stuff. Like I have this app called Headway that like summarizes a book, so I try to listen to one of those per day. After that we're gonna get to work on the Jira issues which we haven't finished yet for the beta test feedback, so that we can actually release this app in a relatively short time. Let's get into the day. So okay, here we are back in the office and back to the Jira board. These are the missions for today. We have 5 issues that we're gonna try to complete on today. Maybe some of them are quite difficult. I think they could be quite difficult, so I'm not sure how many of them we're gonna get done. But we're gonna try to get as many of them done as possible. It's about 10 o'clock exactly, and we're gonna get going. So I think first we're gonna start with this filler text. So right now, for example, I've showed this example plenty of times, but right now, if I use the app here, it's almost built. But if I use the app and I press one of the jobs, for example, I'm not automatically taken to edit the text. So if I press this, I end up there. So I have to remove all this text before I can actually edit it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna, if the text is unedited, we're gonna add some kind of feature so that it will remove all the text automatically. It's gonna be mission 1, and after that we have a couple of things that we're gonna do for some database things, some layout things in terms of login, but we shall see what we feel like doing. So let's get into the day. Okay, so we've made some major progress on the job view where we're replacing default text. For example now, say we go and create a new job over here, we press plus, then we get these little placeholders. So for example now if I press untitled job, that will disappear, and then I can write hedge trimming, for example. And now I'm on Swedish keyboard, that's why it's spelling it wrong. Then job location, for example, we're gonna take like so. And then for the description, maybe we can say this will perfect. Yeah, and then that's how it works. So now I can select this and I can edit them, and I get all this, like I can select all of it, for example, which we didn't have before. So I think that's a really big improvement, but also most importantly it allows you to use the kind of like placeholder text where I can press that, it will disappear, press that, it will disappear, and press that and it will disappear. Also we added the date picker to this one so that you can select the date from there, like so. So yeah, pretty good improvements. Now we're gonna head over to our Jira board and we're gonna mark those as complete. Make filler text that is unedited removed upon pressed. Perfect. So now we have 4 issues left. I think we should go to maybe the text should be updated, because I think this is quite easy and should be on the risk assessment. But yeah, let's continue coding. Okay, so we have made some major progress on one of the issues. This was this Jira ticket that said better layout for login and sign up in regards to keyboard. So for example, before the text fields were obscured by the keyboard when you pressed one of the text fields. Let me show you what I meant, for example. But now it doesn't cover it. So instead of this whole thing moving up, just this white part moves up, which I think is pretty neat. And then none of these fields are obscured by the keyboard or disappear off view. For the sign up page, that was a little bit longer, so we had to take a bit of a more complicated, different approach. But now, once you press the first name, nothing happens. Once you press the last name, nothing happens. But email, it will navigate to a particular location on the page. Same with if you press password, for example, it will navigate to the bottom of the page so you can clearly see what you're filling in. And if you unfocus, it will navigate to the top again. And the way I'm doing is I'm using controllers and then animations. So for example, I have these functions that will animate to the password height, which happens to be 300 on the page. Again, this will differ a little bit depending on the size of the screen, but it will work for all screens, because for larger screens we don't really have this problem where the text fields are obscured. And then it will also do the same for emails. If you press email, it will navigate to that one, and if you close that one, it will navigate to the list height, which is then the minimum scroll extent, which is the top of that list. So yeah, all in all, good progress. I'm gonna go over to Jira and we're gonna make that one as complete. And then after lunch we have these 2 things. We're gonna add a notice for you if your gear is empty, and also a loading indicator for image uploads. I think this one will be relatively complicated. This one I tried quickly yesterday and it was a bit complicated too, so we'll see how much I have time to do. I gotta go to the gym today, I gotta play Sunday League, I'm gonna try edit a YouTube video this evening, and then also have some kind of meeting for Arboristbutiken this Sunday afternoon. But yeah, let's go have some food. I have this quite strange thing where I eat the same thing pretty much every day. I kind of like go in cycles, mainly because I think it's more efficient and also I guess it's cheaper too. This economy, you gotta do what you can to save money, right? But all I eat every day is pretty much rice and minced meat. And then I just throw that in the microwave, put some ketchup on it, eat lunch, watch an episode of The Office, and you know, just living my best life. Good stuff. People always ask me, don't you get tired of it? No, Becky, I don't get tired of it. It's good. You know, I don't understand these people who are like, no, I can't eat that for lunch. I had it yesterday. Yesterday. It's not like your body's gonna reject it just because you happened to eat it yesterday. What the hell's wrong with you? Find something good, eat it every day. It's the most effective, just makes sense. After lunch, I got the coding again and I started working on the image loading page. And here I actually used ChatGPT. It was super useful because I had to make this little gray overlay for the screen, where there was a gray overlay on the screen and a green circular progress indicator for when you were uploading an image. And it turned out that it was quite easy and ChatGPT actually knew exactly how to do this. Of course, I could code the black and gray screen myself, but I just thought it was faster to use ChatGPT, so that is what I did. And then it actually turned out that the image function or storage function in Firebase has a function for this already. So you can do, for example, you can check the progress on a snapshot and see how long it's taken to upload and what progress it's made, and then you can show a circular progress indicator while that is still loading. So that turned out to be quite a lot easier than I thought it would actually be. I thought I would have to make this custom function myself, but I just had to make the gray overlay and then I just could add it. After this I moved on to adding like a little notification that if you don't have gear in your inventory, it will say that you don't have gear in your inventory, and if you do have gear in your inventory, you will be able to add gear to your shortlist. So those were two quick functions, and then after that I had to go to the gym. Alright, I didn't really have time to do much after lunch. I just worked on some parts of the code for the image. So for example, now we're gonna have so that when you upload an image, it's gonna be a little spinner thing. I still haven't really gotten into work, but I started on it. But now I have a meeting at 4 o'clock and it's now 2 o'clock, so I gotta go to the gym and I also gotta go do some grocery shopping prior to that, so I wasn't able to do more. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna mix up some pre-workout, double dose, of course, enough to sedate a small horse. Always good. Pre-workout in my nose. Always good stuff. Then we're gonna come back, have that meeting, and then we're gonna see if we can get some more stuff done before we're going to play Sunday League. I would record at the gym, but I'm going to this relatively crowded gym and it's a little bit awkward to record when there's a lot of people there. So also this isn't a gym channel, this is like a code entrepreneur startup channel, so I don't really think there's that much interest for it. But just know that I'm at the gym, picking up heavy things, putting them back down again, real productive.
3 hours later.
Okay, just walked through the door after playing Sunday League. We got absolutely whooped. I think we lost like 6-1 or something like that. I scored a sick free kick from like halfway though, so pretty decent. The rest of it was shit, from me included. It's now 8 o'clock and I think I'm gonna do about 2 more hours of coding. We're gonna see if we can get done with the notification if you don't have any stuff in your gear, and also like a little spinny image loading thing when you're uploading images. So let's see if we can get that done tonight, and that will be a very satisfactory Sunday. Let's get to it. Alright, so we're at 9 o'clock and I'm gonna call it a day there. Let me show you quickly what it is I've done. I'm gonna show you the last 2 improvements that I made for this weekend. Is the fact that one, now if I press the image and I press upload and I pick one from the gallery, like so. Oh, I guess I need to restart it. This is still, the photos are a little bit iffy on the simulator. I don't really get this when I use my phone, so I think this is primarily an issue with the simulator. I'm not really sure why that works, but we have that loading. You see how that green thing is spinning once you upload a picture. So I think that's a pretty nice addition to it. So if there's once you're uploading the picture, you'll have a little spinny green thing which applies to all things. And also, if we press gear checklist now, if we have no gear in my inventory, it will say this little thing: you have no gear in your inventory, add some on the account page and it will be available here. So if we then go over to the account page and we press my gear and we press plus to add one new piece of gear, it will then, or should then, be available under the gear checklist to pick. And plus, and we can pick that gear. Perfect. Okay, you have no, I guess we should change this to you have no unassigned gear in your inventory, so that in case you've picked all of the gear, then also you'll get the same notice. That is gonna be it for today's video. I guess this was a relatively productive Sunday. Probably spent 5 or so hours coding, went to the gym, played Sunday League, had like an hour meeting about social media, SEO, that kind of stuff. probably a standard Sunday this was, so pretty good, pretty realistic showing that. Like, I didn't really film all the stuff because when I'm in the gym it feels a little bit awkward to be filming, and like same with Sunday League, I don't really have time because, you know, I'm playing football, so. But with that said, we now have 11 issues left on our Jira board, which means that we're pretty close to a release version of the app. So we're gonna fix these 11 issues, some of them are like add payments, etc, so that should be some exciting couple of videos. After that, we're gonna do one quick test with like me and some friends, not really do too much of an extensive beta test, then we're gonna release the app. Exciting! That is it for this weekend. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to continue following the series, see how this app turns out, then don't forget to subscribe down below, hit that notification bell so you're notified when these videos come up. It's completely free, believe it or not. And with that said, I'll see you in the next one. Peace!